In the game of basketball, one of the easiest chances to score is with a layup. In this video, we will be instructing an athlete to complete a proper layup by utilizing different drills with varying skill and difficulty level. This activity will be tailored to amateur and novice level basketball athletes. Classified under Gentile's taxonomy, an undefended basketball layup would be a 1D system because it is within stationary regulatory conditions with no intertrial variability, with body transport and object manipulation. It is with stationary regulatory conditions since there are no outside factors acting on us, therefore not causing us to increase the amount we need to think or adjust to the environment. And since we can perform this action the same every time, there is no intertrial variability. Flexible factors of this skill is the step length, step pattern, whether or not the player utilizes the backboard, guide hand, and spin. These are factors that can vary among players. There are three critical factors in performing a fundamental layup. These must occur to make a proper layup. First, the individual must initiate gather. With a right-handed layup, we need to begin the initial gather, stop the dribble, and pick up the ball on your last right foot step. Second, he or she must jump off his or her left foot. The third critical factor is the right hand release. The player must release the ball with his or her right hand during the jump. Lastly, the player needs to get the ball into the hoop. To reduce the complexity of the layup, we took the ball away from the athlete. Since the athlete is no longer manipulating an object and is still in a stationary regulatory condition, the movement is now classified as a 1C movement according to Gentile's taxonomy. Progression of this drill is to have the athlete perform the same movement without the ball from the three-point line instead of the free throw line. This drill maintains the complexity of the movement but makes it more difficult by increasing the distance. Another progression of the 1C movement would be to instruct the athlete to perform a Euro step. A Euro step is a basketball move in which an offensive player picks up his dribble, takes a step in one direction, and then quickly takes a second step in another direction. This is a very difficult move to perform, however the complexity of the movement remains the same. The athlete can move on to the next difficulty level at an 80% completion. Another way to make a layup less complex is to shoot the basketball in a stationary position in close proximity to the hoop. Since the athlete is no longer moving, there is no body transport. However, there is still object manipulation. Therefore, according to Gentile's taxonomy, this movement is categorized as 1B. After the athlete can successfully make a basket while shooting overhand and using the backboard, the difficulty can then be increased by shooting underhand. Shooting underhand is generally more difficult because the athlete has less control over the ball. We can increase the difficulty while keeping the complexity the same by having the athlete shoot the ball into the hoop without using the backboard. The use of the backboard is highly advantageous when making a layup because when the ball is aimed at the top right corner of the backboard, it is very likely that the ball has the correct trajectory to go in. So by taking away this supportive element, the athlete has to try harder to aim the ball into the small circular hoop rather than aiming at the top right corner of the backboard.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and